Alright, I'm going to mix up a little bit of dubbing here and show you guys what I'm liking at the present moment. So I'm going to do some black because I fish a lot of black. My waters are pretty muddy here, and for some reason black is just a ticket. And I like to play with silver too, a little in with my black recently, so we'll experiment with that. Alright, let me get this brown out. And so I've just taken some yarn here and I'm going to cut it into my coffee grinder. And this is going to serve as the base of my dubbing. Alright, and I've got some machinery running down here. I've got a dehumidifier over there, and I got a fan hooked up to some ducting here that runs through a filter box, so I can kind of keep my air clean while I work down here. Keep all this stuff out of my nose and eyes. Alright, so if you don't cut it too long, it'll all fluff out and you won't have any knots or strands of yarn left, and that looks good to me. And next I'm going to get a different component. I'm going to use alright, I'm going to take you guys to a different type of yarn. This is a synthetic, it's a nylon canvas yarn, Annie's Choice. Alright, and this yarn is sparkly and a little more coarse than that black that I just used, which is Red Heart Super Saver yarn, which you can buy at Walmart for about $2.50 a bundle like this, and it'll last you forever. So I'm going to take this yarn, cut a few pieces in, and this is just going to contrast with the black, and we're going to get a real, going to be kind of a dark olive, kind of. We'll see. See what we get. This stuff takes a little longer to separate. You don't want to cut it too long or it's a real nightmare. Now we'll start to throw in the black, which will help it to separate. Okay, see what we got here? A couple pieces of trash, stuff that doesn't want to break apart. Try and get rid of that. And that looks pretty good. I like the effect it gives. So basically what I like to do is put a light colored sparkle in with the dark, with the black color. And this is a little excessive on the sparkle. I don't want it that green or lightened. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break it in half, and I'm going to get myself some more black from down here. We'll get a little more base component back in here. Still want it black, so I mean, it's not really going to be black in the end, but for the time being, black. Alright. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you on to the next stage of my operation down here, which is slightly unconventional. And I'm going to try and shake this container out as much as I can. Okay, so I'm going to throw my black in there. Then I'm going to go to my new secret components. Okay, so first I'm going to take you through some of the old stuff. Ice dub, UV, brown, ice dub, UV, done. I like the bluish tint that I'm seeing here. Alright, so I like to mix this stuff in. You can get it in black, other colors, I like the black. But the latest stuff I've been messing with here, ice dub silver, ice dub emerald green. There's the chocolate brown up in here. Ice dub chocolate brown. And ice dub silver gray. Okay, silver gray, pretty hot. Silver, pretty hot. Emerald green, pretty hot. Brown, looks pretty hot. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to start taking whatever we want here. We're going to cut it about a ½ inch long or so, or whatever. You're going to get some longer pieces in there. Okay, I don't want too much. I'm not going to go completely retarded. You don't need too much, you know? You don't need too much. I'm going to throw in a little, this is a ice dub caddis green, but I consider it to be kind of a gold color. Alright. Versus the silver. Now this stuff, I'm not even going to cut. I'm just going to start throwing it in. That's good. It'll be a long component in the dubbing. We'll have some long stuff and some short stuff. Silver gray. Let's do this kind of long. And then the silver. So we're going to go kind of long on the silver too, but nice and sparse, not too much. Okay. I'm going to find my lid here. Hit this with some compressed air. Show you what happens here, hopefully. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to stop right there before my compressor kicks on. Drowns out my voice. Okay, so I think you can kind of start to see what we're getting here. It's kind of a sparkly, glassy looking black. Alright. It's not completely mixed. So, hit it real quick with the grinder here. Sometimes the grinder can mess up your fibers. So, it's nice to have an air compressor, but I'm sure no one out there is going to just go buy an air compressor and set up a dubbing compressor rig. So, do what you can, have fun with it. Alright, I'm not done. I'm going to take you through some more things that are cool to mix in. Okay. So what I got here is some Polar Air, silver gray. I got some white or silver or something, pearl, I don't know what it's called. I'm going to cut some of that in. I'm going to say that these over here might be silver gray too. Alright, so. Not too much there. Too much on that. What I really want is the black. Alright. And I think I'm a little light on my sparkle still. I'm going to take some of these mixes from my desk here and throw them in. They are interesting. See what we get. Okay, so I'm on a size 4 Gamakatsu SF45 bonefish hook. I'm going to place my eyes pretty far up front. I'm kind of not doing too much with dubbing through the eyes anymore. Who cares? I like to fly better without it. I'll show you in a second. Okay. Just get the eyes on. We'll grab us some turkey feather. Looks like this. We'll take about 3/4 of an inch, half an inch of that. We'll get the tips even mostly. Throw her down. The tail's going to be about the length of, see, the tail's as long as everything in front of the tie-in point. Alright. Okay, so we're going to wrap this forward a little. You can cut it off here. It's a good spot. Okay, right here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some crystal flash. I usually like just silver, but I'm going to throw in a different color here. This fly, I guess, apparently, well, we'll see here. Might be a little extra sparkly. Cut these at some different lengths. Kind of just 1 or 2 just beyond the tip of the tail. Now I'll get my silver and throw that in because I like the silver, but for the sake of time, let's just get a fly tied. Alright, so I'm going to start my loop, work forward, and yeah, I'm going to go to the eye. Take my dubbing. It's convenient to work right out of the grinder next to my bench here. I'm going to throw it in here not too thick. Not too thick. I don't like the fly too huge. Okay. Spin it a few times, get it to spin up. See where it's a little too fat, reduce it. That's decent. Go with that. I'm actually going to loosen it. Excuse me. The loop doesn't have to be super tight. I like the fibers to come out, you know. Okay, and as I wrap, I'm going to pull back with my fingers. Try and get this packed in with, you know, a nice even body. Now right here, I'm going to stop and take a look. Everything looks good. Maybe one more wrap, maybe too many. Anyhow, what I'm going to do is unspin my loop, remove material. Then I'm going to come right here. I'm going to pinch this out. See, my loop's not very tight, and I'm going to finish wrapping the eye. I guess I am going to wrap the eye. Right now, open the loop, remove all that material there. One wrap, a couple times around, pull back a few times around. Whip finish it, hit it with the glue. And you might want to brush it before you glue it. Not a real problem. The upper surface, it's a little hard to brush out, so I'll take a bodkin or a pin or whatever you got. Alright, that's good enough. I mean, nothing, don't have to be perfect because it's going to get tore up anyway, so. Trim the bottom, I like to trim the bottom flat. It's already pretty much flat. And you can pretty much see you got a nice glassy looking nymph or bait fish or mulberry, or when in the water sometimes it looks like it's got oxygen around it. You know, it's just a ticket right there. Boom. I've been fishing it in size 4 all year. It's best for the big fish to go in a size 4. But I typically, when sight casting, I used to go with size 6 and 8, but this is what I'm doing this early summer here, so boom. Peace.